Greetings, toy enthusiasts, and welcome to Toys and Tacarin. I'm your host, Tacarin Dace, and today we've got yet another Modulus for you. The Modulus Recon MKII. So as you can see, the Recon MKII comes with a detachable stock, barrel attachment, 6 darts, and a 6-shot magazine. As usual, forget about these. All right, well, let me take a look over it, and then I'll share my thoughts. So what we have here is a pretty straightforward pump action blaster, just with some Modulus elements. The stock is pretty good, feels pretty solid, maybe a little short for maybe what adults would prefer, but still a solid stock that gives you some support for aiming your shot. The barrel attachment, I don't know, as not the coolest looking attachment there, but it does give you something to give the front of your blaster a little pizzazz. I don't know if, well, maybe actually I should shake it closer here. Maybe you can hear that. For whatever reason, this ring here is pretty loose. Maybe that's just a lemon feature of this particular individual blaster, but luckily enough, the shake sound goes mostly away once you attach it to a blaster, so not the biggest crime in the world, but not so Nerf. Definitely along the lines of the original Recon, the pump action is pretty good. The top pump action that Nerf has gone with a lot of blasters, not crazy about it, but it probably does make a lot of sense from the standpoint of a foam dart loaded system for that, creating a spot for the jam door access and everything like that. Cover it over so it's nice and secure. Definitely a big improvement over the original Recon is the fact that they covered over the priming bar that would stick out the back. Once you loaded your original Recon, it would slide out and you'd fire it and it would go in, and it was kind of wobbly and weird looking. So some of the blasters that they've done with the top priming, they've added this feature to it to hide that priming bar, which at the same time acts as, well, maybe I shouldn't have that on there, acts as your indicator. If you look in there, you can just see the bar has stuck into the tube here, and that lets you know that your blaster's ready to fire. So back to the priming grip. I don't know why they've kept doing this across what now we're headed towards 15 years of End Strike, and then branches off from there, Elite, Mega, Modulus, and all that stuff. And constantly they do the top priming grip with a tactical rail on top. I've never understood the point of that, because as soon as you put an accessory on there, it makes it bothersome as heck to actually prime it back if you had something on top. You're trying to grip an edge or something like that, or you're trying to grip the accessory and cause it to yank back. It just doesn't work in my mind. So very not so Nerf on that count. On the other front, the jam door on the spring-loaded blaster like this, obviously the door swings nicely out of your way, giving you lots of room to reach in to clear any jams or what have you that might occur in there. So pretty good on that front. You have to have the priming grip back in order to release the magazine, which is nice and smooth as usual. Very easy to reach the release with your trigger finger. Out it comes. Swap in your new one. What else do we have here? Oh, though I do like the fact that they added a tactical rail on the side. That is very nice, given that the original Recon had a top and bottom tactical rail barrel attachment. It's nice that they still managed to add a tactical rail onto the blaster itself, since this particular barrel attachment doesn't add... Oh, I missed it. There it is. We have a lower tactical rail on the barrel attachment. So that's even more Nerf to have that there. Sorry about that. I don't know how I missed that. After that, the only sling point I can identify on this blaster is right here at the back of the grip. So looks like if you want to sling this thing, you either want to find another stock that has another sling point on it, or have a single attachment sling to carry this around. And then talking about the grip is pretty spacious, lots of room for an adult hand. Trigger well's pretty good there. The sling ring seems to maybe be, it might be possible that your sling hook will bug your hand a little bit if you have an adult hand. You can see that my palm is blocking that ring there, so maybe that's not so Nerf on that front. I find this, what do you want to say, grip shield pretty cool looking, and as I said, there's lots of room in here for your fingers, so it's definitely a kind of an aesthetic Nerf feature on this blaster. Don't mind the cat. And other than that, I think I've pretty much covered all the features. I did a little bit of test firing there, and it fires smoothly. It definitely has a lot more power than the original Recon, which is to be expected, being 2006. This thing was released 3 or 4 years, so almost 10 years separating the original Recon from the Recon Mark II. So nice that they put a little bit more spring power into it. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. So that is the N-Strike Modulus Recon Mark II. Definitely a significant improvement over the original Recon. Outside of maybe the barrel was a little bit cooler with being almost a suppressor looking thing with top and bottom rail, tactical rails. The stock is a huge improvement, much sturdier than the original, like 2-pipe and then a flat piece, a stock piece that the original Recon had. Nice to have the side mounted tactile rail on the blaster itself. Obviously you can stick whatever magazine that you want to in here, 18 stick, 10 stick, 10 banana, or 12 stick, 10 banana, or even a drum mag if you really felt up to it. But for the most part, this is a very reasonable blaster for a beginning Nerfer. It's nice and small in size. Maybe that's the idea with the stock being a little bit shorter. It's suitable to the handling of a smaller kid, 10 years, 7 years, somewhere in there kind of thing, because should be able to handle it pretty good. The priming strength is pretty reasonable, so long as you get a solid grip on the upper grip there. Obviously, the not-so-Nerf things I said, with the barrel extensions, not the coolest thing that they've ever released, but it's still a barrel extension with a lower tactical rail. This irritating tactical rail on top of the priming grip, but I've said enough on that. So yeah, very nice, simple, straightforward blaster. Good as a starter blaster, and you can obviously, since it's Modulus series, you can add whatever accessories that are already in your collection to make it the blaster that you want it to be. So that's all for Toys and Tacarin today. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, remember to build it, blast it, and enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can find my blog at toysandtacarin.com, and all of this is listed in the description below.